when you go through difficult things over and over and over, it feels like when it rains, it pours. That was our slogan at my house. Man, it feels like when it rains, it pours. Because when this thing happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. There was always the domino effect. Hustling. Did I waste my life? And I think a lot of people ask that question. Yo, Charlie, I'm so far behind. I think I wasted my life, bro. I think it's over. And as somebody in their early 40s, now that I'm talking to friends and men and guys who are in their 40s, they got teenage kids, they're wondering if they've wasted it. Like, they feel so far behind. Should have done, wish I would have did. A lot of regret already. And here's what I want to tell you. Losses are lessons. And when we were reflecting on the last couple of years, talking to my wife about different things, I said, man, I feel like, I'm in my 40s. I feel like I'm a decade, like I'm really in my 30s, but I'm in my 40s. It's so weird. And a lot of that is because of the difficulty we went through in our 20s. So I'll tell you about the most defining year in my 20s. I was 22 years old and going through regular life. My wife's working, I'm working, everything's cool. Well, get a phone call while I'm at work from my wife. My mom passed away. I was 22 years old. That means I had a younger brother and a younger sister that needed somebody to take care of them. While the next day, we're telling people the news. I'm at the church doing what I can do to, plan for my mom's funeral. My wife has been sick. She had been sick for weeks. So I tell some people to take her to the hospital, take her to the doctor so she can get checked out. Well, little did I know, she would get diagnosed with Crohn's disease. She got diagnosed with Crohn's disease and then had to have emergency surgery that night. So the day after my mom died, my wife was in the hospital. And then the fallout from all of that. So siblings, money. We had just bought a house a few weeks before my mom passed away. It was 2005. If you know what happened in 2008, we lost everything. Lost that crib, ended up moving back to the hood. So I tell you all that to say, felt like I lost everything. That was my whole, recovering from that 1 week took the rest of my 20s. All right, raising my brother, sisters lived with us for a little bit, losing the house, moving back, buying a house. So here's what I want to tell you. Losses are just the lessons. There was a lot of lessons I had to learn that I didn't know were building me up to accelerate my life later. And so you probably feel like, man, I lost time. Lost time with my kids, lost time with family. I should have made different financial decisions, relational decisions, all of that. And when I look in the scriptures, I learned something. You got somebody like a Moses that we look up to and we name our kids after. And we say, how, man, he was great. But bro, the dude started way behind. The Moses we know and we look up to, he didn't pop out till he was like 80. He didn't pop out till he was 80, doc. Like, his life was in shambles. He was on the run. He was all kind of stuff, doc. And so what I wish I knew in my 20s was, Charlie, you're learning lessons. It is awkward. It is difficult. You're going to have suicidal thoughts. You're going to think y'all going to go bankrupt. You're going to lose all your credit. I'm going to deal with all of that. So that in my 30s and now in my 40s, I'm able to provide wisdom, counsel, coaching, care to those that are dealing with very difficult things that nobody seems to understand. That, like, literally, that was my life for 10 years. I went to the school of hard knocks so that I could help my friends, my family, and people like you. And so losses are lessons in disguise, dog. And lessons in disguise that you got to learn. And so I want to help you to unlock that, because you'll start to reframe your whole life based on what you think it is. And it's not that. It's not that. So here's the first thing you got to do. You got to reframe your pain. Reframe the pain means I consider it pure joy, my brothers, when I go through trials of many kinds, because I know the testing of my faith develops perseverance. A lot of times we go through things so that we can build muscle. How do you build muscle? You break down the tissue so that it can come back stronger. I don't know what season of life you're in right now. Might get laid off, might lose money, relationship on the rocks, whatever. But I know the testing of my faith is to develop perseverance so that I might develop character. Character comes through hardship, not comfort. You know what I mean? So that's one thing you got to understand. You got to reframe that pain to see it as training and not somebody or God trying to crush you. Second thing you got to do is you got to get around people that are going to help you to pick your head up. What happens is when you go through difficult things over and over and over, it feels like when it rains, it pours. That was our slogan at my house, me and my wife. Man, it feels like when it rains, it pours. Because when this thing happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. It was always a domino effect. Watch this. You got to have somebody that's going to come alongside you and help you to pick your head up. My dad would tell me, he would say, hey, son, quit looking down at the ground. Pick your head up. Quit looking down at the ground. Pick your head up. Why? Can't see opportunity. You can't see obstacles. You're not thinking ahead. You're looking at the ground, just overwhelmed by what you see. Man, pick your head up. And so if you don't have those kind of people in your life, yo, come back to the channel, I got you. Because listen, there is more opportunities. There are better days ahead. And you've already survived your worst day. So come on, bro. Let's keep going. Third thing I want you to do is I want you to get moving. What happens in them hard times like that is you just want to sit in it. And I understand it because it's so heavy. But you got to get moving. I don't care if it's as little as doing what I'm doing right now. Get up, and you go for a walk around the block. Why? The blood flowing in your body, this is very practical, very real. The blood flowing will help you to see, to understand, to reflect, so that you're not just crushed by all the things that you feel are going on in your life. So reframe your pain, pick your head up, and get up and get moving. Bruh, I hope this helps somebody, man, because as now a guy in his 40s with 3 kids, with a wife, still dealing with a lot of issues, I need you to keep moving. You can't tap out yet. We're just getting started, baby. We're just getting started. So tomorrow could be better than today if you get up and get moving.